Hey YouTubers, it's Robb Moffett. Guys, I had a few people comment on my habit of using yogurt cups for different uses, and they were kind of making fun of me. And I started thinking all the things I do use them for, and I've got over a dozen before I stopped counting. This morning, I'm putting milk in 4 different containers. I'm going to freeze these. I make yogurt. I don't make a lot at one time because I'm just one person, so these are the perfect size. And when I do make my yogurt, I can make 1 quart at a time, and that means I can buy a gallon of milk for about $3.79. So like for 80-90 cents a piece, I have a quart of yogurt when I make it myself. So that's one use. You can make yogurt with your yogurt cups. One of the other better uses that I like is when I cook and I fry stuff. If I want a bread, I can use the cornmeal, or I can use the Progresso or the Panko. But until you've tried these little containers for breading your food, because you can tumble them and you can turn them like this and you can bread your food. If you're a cook and you're making food for a lot of people, you want to get a tray with flour. I understand it. But if you're just one person making a few items, I've never found anything that breads stuff better than these little round containers, because you can tumble it and get your breading and all the cracks and crevices of whatever food you're wanting to fry up or bake. It's one of the best ways to bread that I've never seen anybody use. It's perfect. The other things you can do is when Thanksgiving is coming up and you have a lot of leftovers of turkey, you can freeze your turkey parts with the gravy in there. Or if you do a lot of fishing or hunting, you can put your meat in here with a little salt water and freeze these. I have frozen shrimp and seafood and turkey and taste them a year later in these cups when they're frozen in liquid. They don't get freezer burn. They taste just as fresh as the day I put them in the container, even though they've been in the refrigerator for a year. This Thanksgiving, try this. When you have leftover turkey, put it in these containers with some gravy and freeze them. A year later, you can taste it and still be perfect, delicious turkey or seafood. What else? I've been buying some jello. I buy this gelatin and then I make my own flavors with berry juice, fruit juice, or different things. And it's very inexpensive because you only require 2 scoops for 8 ounces. So it's very good for you too. It's healthy. I also like making, you guys have seen my other videos, I make my own veggie burgers and my fish cakes. And when they make them, they're round and they fit perfectly in these round containers. Also, I buy the powdered milk from the Mormons on the Mormon site. Their powdered milk is a little bit more expensive than the others, but it has some of the best tasting powdered milk around. The problem is it doesn't mix up too well. You have to let it sit overnight. But what I do is I put 3/4 of a cup of the powdered milk in here with a little bit of water, stir it up, then add more water and stir it, let it sit in the fridge overnight, and it makes excellent powdered milk. The Mormon milk that I buy is the best powdered milk I've found. And these make the perfect container because there's the quart size, so you use it up so it doesn't go bad. You can also, if you're needing a funnel or something, you can squash these down into make shapes to where you can pour liquid into other containers. They're handy that way. This is also handy in the kitchen if you have soap pads and different odds and ends that usually end up in your kitchen window. You can just put them in here, so it's good handy for kitchen storage. The lids come in handy. I make my own ant poison. It's just 1 part borax, 1 part sugar, and 1 part water. I call it anti-ant. But you don't want the dogs getting into your stuff. So what you do is you pour the ant poison on lid, and you can put it under the refrigerator, under the stove, or places where the pets can't get at it, but the ants can. So this makes a good container for your homemade ant poison. Also, if you have company over and not have coasters, they make good coasters. Another thing is you can, during season, you can buy different fruits and juice them up like I did watermelon this year. I have several of these containers full of watermelon juice in my freezer. So now during the year when I want fresh watermelon juice, I just thaw it out and it's delicious. And the last thing is they make excellent plain old ordinary food storage containers for, you know, mashed potatoes or vegetables or different things for your refrigerator. So that's about a dozen things you can use these little containers for. And I can probably come up with more if I think about it. So next time you have these, don't throw them out. You can use them for stuff. And try these with the breading. You'll be surprised how well they bread items for baking or frying. Alright guys, that's it for today, for all the uses you can get for your yogurt cups. Like I said, I put new videos on every week. Hope you all come back, like, subscribe, and check out the people I feature on my channel and my other 550 videos I have on my channel. Thanks guys, see you out there.